now that we have fully understood the program, we can move on to actually run the program. To start, you don't need to actually install the program that run the Python interpreter, the software that actually run Python program on your own computer. We're just going to use the online version of this online software that support the Python program. So we use this OnlineGDB. Yeah, so just to refresh our mind, the problem we're trying to solve is hexagonal numbers. So we go to here. Your screen may look slightly different because I made some changes in here. I changed the editor theme to light, and I think I changed the font size to large. And the tab space is if you click the tab button, how many white space that will be translated into. So you can change the setting to how you prefer, and then select the language, Python 3. And here, this is just explaining the platform a little bit. And typically, the first program when writing a language is to print hello world. So that they have that here. So what we are doing here is we are going to copy this code into the editor. So we Control C. On my computer is Control C, Control V. So after that, we need to enter input. So we go to the bottom of the screen. So the standard input, we select the text. So this will just put the input we want to the program here, and then we can run the program. Interactive console means that while the program is running, we should type things. So we'll just do text here. So click run. And the program have been executed. And we see a message here that compiled successfully, memory 8352. So this is how much memory it takes for the Python interpreter to run our code. And the time is 0.28. And the execute code is 0. So 0 means good. So if execute 0 means the program, nothing, no error occurs and the program succeeds. And the bottom now have 3 pane: input, std out, and std error. So most of the program, when they run, they expect to get input somewhere. So that's from the input. And when you print things, they will go somewhere else, and that's known as the std out. And when there are error messages, they will put into std err. So here, the output of the program is 6. This is what we expect. So if I change this to, for example, to 5, and then if I run, I will get 45. So that's correct. So just to show that you can get just a show example where you get error message. Suppose I change the code this way. If I run the code, so nothing is printed here, and I see exit code 1. So that means there's an error. Let's go to std err. This shows the error messages. It tells us where it occurs. So this file we are running here, they save it as the main.py by default, and it's line 1, and it's in here. So and it give an error message. It says int argument must be a string, a byte-like object, or a number, but not a built-in function or method. So what that means is that for this function, int function, it takes an argument, and it's expected the argument to have value of certain type. So if, for example, it can be a string, then we'll just try to parse that string into an integer. Or it can be something else. Or it can also be a number. So for example, we can have a number like a decimal number 1.5 and then apply into it. It will give us an integer. But without the parentheses here, the input is just a name of a function. So this will define a built-in function. But without applying the function, the function cannot be converted into an integer. So it doesn't so it doesn't work. So by using this, then this input will return a string. So then this will be correct. So another thing is when you write a program, if you see an error and you don't understand, you can my preferred method is just to Google it. So okay, and you are going to see this, and okay, so let's see the answers. Telling you can't convert entire list. Okay, so I guess maybe this yeah, this case is a little bit more sophisticated because rarely people would make the error we just intentionally made. So I guess yeah. So for this particular example, searching Google may not be that much helpful, but for other more non-trivial errors, if you don't understand error message, you can search it, and usually the result will be helpful. So let's see, we covered that, and we covered that. Yeah, so we covered that. Okay, to recap, in problem 1, we covered these programming concepts: comments, variables, literals, arithmetic operators, and built-in functions, and function applications and expressions, assignment statements, and also the syntactic convention for white space that are not at the beginning of lines. And we also showed how to run code in OnlineGDB and how to check the error